follow along with us?
Can we do this again?
Oh, did Miss Wellington stop the sharing? Probably. Let's see. Here, this one. There we go. Oh, so I do have it. Let me see.
Or you could use your finger.
Here it goes. Okay, so we are going to start with our high frequency words. Are we ready?
Yep.
All right. Melanie, can you see our high frequency words page?
Yes.
All right. So we are going to go. We're ready to move on. All right. We ready?
Yeah.
Across.
Across.
Car.
Car.
Down.
Down.
Fell.
Fell.
Full.
Full.
Held.
Held.
Mountain.
Mountain.
Pull.
Pull.
Push.
Push.
Spell.
Spell.
Good job. Now we're going to do our spelling words.
What spell?
Full.
Full.
Dress.
Dress.
Mess.
Mess.
Add.
Add.
Hill.
Hill.
Pull.
Pull.
Spill.
Spill.
Class.
Class.
Doll.
Doll.
Kiss.
Kiss.
Good job. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to practice some sounds together. So in this case, Miss Fullington's going to stop recording so that you can see Miss Fullington's face. So we are going to segment syllables, which means you're going to tell me the syllables. You're not going to count them. You're going to tell me how to break down the word. So here's an example. I'm going to say a word. Then I will say all the syllables in the word. The word is greeting. So I know that the syllables is greet-ing. That's how you're going to say it. Greet-ing. Ready? All right. So the word is greeting. What's greeting?
Greeting.
So you are clapping it out also. So greeting. You ready? All right. Here's the next one. You're doing this one by yourself. Invited.
Invited.
Good job. All right, here's the next one. Hoping.
Hoping.
Good job. Skating.
Skating.
Good job. Nope, we're not counting. You're just clapping it out. All right, highlighted.
Highlighted.
Good job. Expected.
Expected. 3.
Well, we're not counting. We're not saying the number. You're just clapping it out or stamping it out. I see your foot. Scaring.
Scaring.
Good job. Frightened.
Frightened.
Good job. Stumbled.
Stumbled.
Good job. Entertained.
Entertained.
Good job. Entertaining.
Entertaining.
Good job. Y'all did really well on that one. All right. Huh? That was 4. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go back to reading and blending. We're going to blend and read. So I am going to get my tab here. All right. You ready? We're going to blend and read. So make sure your eyes are on my blue screen right here. All right. We ready? Jorge, you shouldn't have a pencil in your hand, so put that away. Thank you. All right. Ready? We're going to say these together. 1, 2, 3. So mirrors on.
Mirrors on.
Skill.
Skill.
Oh, I didn't have it. Skill.
Skill.
Sniff.
Sniff.
Tossed.
Toss.
Buzzing.
Buzzing.
Like.
Like.
Liked.
Light.
Liking.
Lightning.
Gripe.
Bright.
Grip.
Grip.
Gripping.
Gripping.
Gripped.
Grip.
Good job. Mirrors off.
Mirrors on.
Good job. And now we're going to, oh, I didn't see everybody's eyes on me. All right, mirrors on.
Mirrors on.
Jill bumped her leg
Jill bumped her leg.
as she stepped onto the stage.
As she stepped onto the stage.
Okay, did Miss Todd dismiss the class
Did Miss Todd dismiss the class
when the bell buzzed?
when the bell buzzed?
Mirrors off.
Mirrors on.
Good job. We blend and read pretty well. So right here, Mrs. Fullington, we're going to practice again. Remember we talked about the rule ED and ING? So we have here, what is this word right here? Fold. Can you show me the action of fold? Oh, you okay? All right. Can you show me the action of fold like you're folding a towel or a blanket? So you're putting the two corners together and another corner together and you're folding it in half. That's fold. Or a sandwich. You're folding the sandwich. All right. So I want to change the word fold, Isabella. I want to change the word fold to folded. How do we do that? Rolando, thank you for raising your hand. What do we add? Add ED. That's folded. So can we put that in a sentence now?
Yeah.
How do we put that in a sentence, Mackenzie?
We folded our towel.
Our towels. So does that mean that we are folding it now or in the past?
In the past.
In the past.
I already learned that
Oh, and I read? Awesome. All right, so okay, I want to say fold, but I want to change it to folding. Clinton, can you tell me what I need to add? ING. So let's put that in a sentence. Bella, go ahead and put it in a sentence.
I was folding.
I was folding.
I was.
Or I am folding.
I am folding.
What are you folding?
My couch, because our couch turned into a bed.
Oh, cool. Okay. So am I folding in the past? Or am I folding now or in the future? And now. Good job. All right. I have this word right here. What is this word? Wave. So I wave to the crowd. So I want to say waved like I did in the past. How do I change this word, Omar? Put a D?
No, a B.
A B? That's a B.
Delete the E.
So what's the rule? What's the rule? We have to take away something.
Delete the E. Delete the silent E.
Delete the sneaky E and add
ED.
ED. So how do we put this in a sentence? Omar, go ahead and finish it. I wave to my friend. So is this in the past, present, or future? In the past. All right, so now I want to change wave to waving. So Aaliyah, how do I change wave to waving? And can you put that in a sentence for me, please?
I was waving to my mom.
I was waving to my mom. Or I am waving to my mom. So if we put I am waving to my mom, is this in the past, present, or future?
Now.
It's happening now in the present. Guys, if you have a marble, make sure we put that away in our pockets because we don't want that to get lost. Okay? All right. 1, 2, 3.
Eyes on you.
Awesome. So we are moving on. So we just practiced inflections ED and ING. So the endings ED and ING can be added to the end of verbs. So we just did 2 verbs, right? We did fold and wave. So those are both words or verbs. Those are actions that we do to tell when something's happening. The ED ending shows that the action's happening in the past. So if I have tinker and I want to put tinkered, it's tinker plus equals tinkered. So the ING ending may mean the action is happening now or it will happen in the future. It will happen in the future. So tinker plus ing equals tinkering. All right, so if we put blame, how do we put it in the past? What's the, say the word. Blamed. What about present? Blaming. And in the future? Blaming again. What about jog? Jogged is in the past. present and future?
Jogging.
Jogging. So later on in Seesaw, you will have this activity where you are going to find you're getting the action and you're going to put it in ED and in ING. Be careful with that silent E. That silent E is very tricky. So be careful with that.
So we'll delete the E.
So we've already practiced 2 of them, so then you will have some time. Yes.
If you go back to the ED and ING page.
Uh-huh. This one right here?
Yeah, and look.
What does it do?
No, the other one.
Which one? Oh, the skill? This one.
Look.
Happened. Something happened. So in the past. All right, good job. All right. Oh, you found the ED. Perfect.
Look.
All right, so now we're going to learn about synthesize. Everybody say synthesize. So synthesize is a really pretty off word because Miss Fullington really didn't know what this meant, so she had to teach herself. Did you know that? Yeah, this is new to me. So synthesize is when you synthesize, you put together information from different parts of the text to see the author's ideas in new ways. So if you look at our board here, it says you begin to find the most important ideas in the text. It says good readers or great readers will ask themselves how this information is important to them. So do you see the little question bubble? How does the text help you learn? So you got to ask yourself some questions while you're reading. And we are going to practice synthesizing in a story called Gingerbread. Is it called the Gingerbread Liberty?
No, the gingerbread.
Gingerbread for Liberty.
Yeah. I recognize something on the puzzle.
Yes, but with synthesize, we also want to remember that good readers read about an event that happened in history. They find the important idea or details and explain what happened. Next, they think about those details and ask themselves how it helps change the history. So we're going to ask ourselves some questions, Mackenzie, how this helps us change history, because Gingerbread for Liberty is a biography. What is a biography? Does anybody know? What's a biography? Take a wild guess.
I think it's about a job.
Is it a job?
No. Wait. Central idea, maybe?
Central idea? I like how you're thinking because you're going back. But a biography is a story about someone's life. So the author who wrote the story learned about another person and wrote about their life.
It's Margaret Rothfuss.
So we are going to read Gingerbread for Liberty. So I need everybody in their book. We're going to prepare to read Gingerbread for Liberty. Are you ready? So hold on, Isabella. Biographies tell about real people's lives. As you read Gingerbread for Liberty, look for information about why this person is important. So we're synthesizing. What information are we going to learn about? Well, we're not the Gingerbread Liberty. We're going to learn about a person's life. So it says so we also know that biographies show the place where the person lived, worked, or traveled. Then we also are going to learn ways that a person has made a difference. So this person's probably pretty important to our history. So we may need to collect some facts later on, don't you think? So we're going to be detectives, but I need everybody's book open and eyes on Miss Fullington, so that way we can follow along. Right now, we're going to hold our questions so that we can begin to read. Are you ready? Okay, that's a question, baby. So we're going to wait. All right, so we're going to learn about the author. So let's listen. You ready?
One day, Mara Rockcliffe was reading about food in an old magazine. She found a story about a baker who lived during the Revolutionary War. She thought kids would enjoy reading about him. That gave her the idea to write Gingerbread for Liberty. Mara Rockcliffe has written many other books. What is her favorite thing about being a writer? She gets to work at home in her pajamas.
So make sure, Melanie, you are following along with us, okay?
Except they're playing for-
So that
Okay.
let me put this on.
Oh, I know what it's about.
Are we ready? So let's listen.
Gingerbread for Liberty by Mara Rockcliffe, illustrated by Vincent X. Kirsch.
All right. So we should be on this page right here.
It's 60.
Is everybody,
On page 60.
yep, following along?
Everyone in Philadelphia knew the gingerbread baker, his honest face, his booming laugh.
We're on page 61.
And of course, his gingerbread, the best in all the 13 colonies. His big flowery hands turned out castles and queens, horses and cows and hens, each detail drawn in sweet, buttery icing with the greatest skill and care. And yet, despite his care, there always seemed to be some broken pieces for the hungry children who followed their noses to the spicy-smelling shop. No empty bellies here, the baker bellowed. Not in my America.
It could be on page 62.
Listen.
62.
Are you ready? Everybody ready?
Oh. No.
We're on this page right here with the ship.
For once upon a
I'm going to
time,
do walking
he
around.
had been young and hungry too, and he had followed his own nose to this new world, where a hard-working young man could open his own bakery and always have enough to eat.
All right, so we're turning our page. Should be on this one.
63.
But now, something was in the air besides the smell of baking gingerbread. Newspapers shouted, revolution, independence, liberty. Boys rolled up blankets, shouldered guns, and kissed mothers goodbye.
Maddox,
The baker hung his apron up,
next time I need your
dusted
planner.
flour off his hands. "Where are you going?" asked his wife. "To fight for my America," he said.
Make sure you're
"I was
talking.
a soldier once. That was long ago and far away," she said. "You are a baker now, and you are old and fat."
Oh, let's see.
The baker knew his wife was right, but he knew also that he loved his country. Somehow, he had to find a way to help. He packed his bags and went to join General Washington.
Washington.
So this is a time when George Washington was a general. He was a leader of the army. So it's during the time of the Revolutionary War. So it looks like a pretend story, but it has a lot of history facts. So we need to pay attention a little more because we're synthesizing what important ideas help me learn what's happening here.
I don't know what it's like.
Okay, so let's keep in mind.
George Washington.
So that's one fact. The general is George Washington.
Where is he?
The men are threatening to leave. They say the food is terrible, and there isn't enough of it. General Washington did not say the baker was old and fat. General Washington was too polite. Anyway, he had other troubles on his mind. The baker rolled up his sleeves. "No empty bellies here," he told General Washington. "Not in my America." But bigger trouble was on the way. Across the ocean. "Your Majesty, those Americans think they can beat your redcoats." "Ha ha 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 ha!" What if they're right? Ha ha ha! Huh? The King of England wrote to other rulers and hired their armies to help him squash the revolution. When the ship sailed into sight, even General Washington turned pale. Who had ever seen such an army? Not me. Not me. Definitely not me. I have.
So make sure you're on page 70.
"These soldiers came from the land where I was born," the baker told General Washington. "Let me go speak to them. Perhaps I can persuade them we are not their enemies. Perhaps I can even persuade them to switch sides. If you are caught, you will be killed," Washington warned. The baker smiled. "Then I must not be caught." In the darkest hour of the night, he rowed across the bay. With each dip of his oars, he thought of words to win the soldiers over to the American cause. Revolution, splash. Befreiung. Independence, splash. Unabhängigkeit. Liberty, splash, splash. Freiheit. But when he looked into their hungry faces, all his fine words slipped away. What could he say? "I have a bake shop," he began. As the baker spoke, the soldiers seemed to see the fragrant steam rising from his ovens. They could almost smell the spicy gingerbread and taste the sweet, buttery icing on their tongues. "And you always have enough to eat?" the soldiers asked. "No empty bellies here," the baker told them. "Not in my America." Across the ocean, "Your Majesty, we just don't understand. These hired armies seem to disappear." Many, many loaves and battles later, "The British have surrendered. The revolution is over. We won." "My work is done," the baker cried. Washington said, "Not quite." Did he bake the British soldiers gingerbread for their dessert? We'll never know. They didn't leave a crumb. A gift from General Washington and his baker.
Okay, so that was the gingerbread for Liberty. And so what were some of the problems? What was the problem in the story? What happened in the story, Rolando?
Can I close my book since I don't know?
Nope, keep it open. What was the problem in the story? Do you remember? Who was coming to America?
George Washington?
Was it George Washington? Clinton? Help out Rolando. Do what?
The baker.
It was the baker, right? And did they accept the baker
Yeah. No.
right away?
No.
No, they didn't do it right away. But who let him in the army?
No, General Washington.
General Washington let him in the army. But what happened after they accepted him? Somebody unwanted. They thought they were going to have some enemies. So what happened?
It was. They were.
So what page are you on? We'll look at it.
69.
So go to page 69. We should be on this page right here.
Yes, these are the. I just guessed it was gonna be this.
Page 69. So it says here, on this story, it says, when the ship sailed into sight, even General Washington turned pale. Why do you think he turned pale? Clinton? Yeah, would you be kind of scared if it was another army coming to show up on your shore and you were the general and you didn't recognize them? I would be scared because I wouldn't know who they were. I didn't know if either they were nice or they're mean. So it says, who had ever seen such an army? So their army was a little small army. Do you think that the other army is bigger?
I think the Green Army.
The Green Army is bigger.
So
Who was the only one that saw a bigger army?
Baker.
The baker.
Because I have.
So how did they solve the problem? How did they persuade the other army to be on their side?
Baker.
What did the baker do?
The baker did this. They feeded them so he can put them on their team so they can be nice and dependent and great to America. So America won't be defeated.
Yeah. So did it ever say in the story that they gave him the treats?
Yeah, he said not no.
They didn't leave a crumb. But did it really say it in the story? Did we have to figure it out by the picture?
It said.
We had to figure it out by the picture, didn't we?
And the baker keeps on saying, no hungry bellies
Anymore, right? Yes. Okay, so in Seesaw, class.
Yes,
Oh, I see a friend that's not following directions quickly. They may need to fix themselves. Because I'm going to start taking stars away. Thank you. All right, so if we look on Seesaw, Miss Fullington has an activity for you for reading. You're going to go to the light bulb. Right here it says Thursday 10/22. That's October 22nd. Inflections ED and ING. This is going to be pretty easy because we already practiced with Miss Fullington twice. We did it yesterday and today. So you're going to add a response. And you are going to find, so let's do cook together.
Okay.
So I want to change it to cooked. How do we do that?
I E-D.
All right, so K-O-O-K-E-D. Super easy, right?
I cook at my house.
Okay.
Cooking a bit.
And then what is cooking?
C-O-O-K-I-N-G.
C-O-O-K.
I-N-G.
I-N-G. Now, here's the extra step. So pay attention. Which one of these is going to fit the sentence below? So let's see. Let's listen. Long ago, Grandma cooked or cooking of all my meals.
It's cook.
Cooked. So you want to know an easy trick?
Yeah.
If you do the 3 dots, duplicate, it is 2 of them, so you don't have to retype it. So that's what you're going to do for all of 2 through 5. But guess what? There's an extra right here. It says it right here, the triangle. It says, think of a verb that tells about something you like to do at home. So a verb is an action word, right?
What about buy?
So it says use the word in a sentence that tells about the past. So which one are we going to use? Which inflection are we going to use on the triangle? ED. So you need to change your verb in the past and put it in a sentence.
Wait, can I debate?
Okay. Melanie, do you have any questions, sweetie?
Yes.
Oh, I can't hear. Melanie, do you have any questions, sweetie?
Yes.
What's your question, sweetie?
What is the blank for from the blue bonnet? Even the mockingbird.
Oh, it looks like it says JT, sweetie, but I posted that it says it is. And so what is a blue bonnet?
I'm not talking about the it is the like other one.
Oh, at the very top with the dotted box?
Yeah.
So all you're gonna put is the blue bonnet because that's the name of the flower.
Oh, okay.
It's like a title.
I thought I was gonna put my name, but
No. I'm glad you asked.
I accidentally pressed check mark.
Oh, that's okay. Do you need me to send it back to you, sweetie?
Sure.
Okay, so I'll send that back to you. So give me just a moment. Let me do it right now while you're on here.
Okay.
So let's see. Let's see, activities. And so we need to go to the blue bonnet. Where is it? There it is. So Melanie, there you are. So I can send it back to you. There you go, sweetie. I sent it back to you. All right. Is there any more questions that you have, Melanie?
No.
Okay, sweetie. You have a good day, okay?
Okay. Bye.
Bye.